Hello and welcome. So I am here laughing because this is about like my seventh, I'm not kidding you, time trying to kick off this video. And I did take a couple of days off, just a couple of days off. And all of a sudden I'm like out of my groove, right? Like it's taking me a lot to get this video going, but we are going to do this. But anyway, I hope you've all been doing great. I did take a couple of days just because I just needed to recharge my batteries and just not wear any fragrances for a couple of days to let my nose reset, if you know what I mean. But today I have for you 5 perfumes. And the thing about these 5 is that not are they only from different scent profiles, because I wanted to pick a good variety for you, but these are 5 fragrances that I think would be perfection for your cool weather to cold weather wardrobe. These will not only get you through this season coming up, this holiday season, but they will also get you through the winter. And they perform beautifully. They will make you smell absolutely fabulous. And I must say that they are quite different than all the other scents that we've been experiencing here and there. A couple of them are very much new, so I have been super excited to share them with you. So if you've been in the market or you've been considering, I want to give myself or I want to treat myself to a couple of fragrances, but what would they be in the midst of all of these new releases? Well, this is the video for you. And if you're not in the market for a fragrance, this is the great opportunity to just hear about these 5 incredible perfumes, because they really are different and special. I also did want to share with you that this video is being done in partnership with Max Aroma. I've talked to you about Max Aroma in the past, and they are a very reputable, niche luxury fragrances retailer that I have been a customer of for years and years, and now I'm so excited to be working with them. But you can find just about any scent profile fragrance. And what I love about them is their exceptional customer service and their free 2-day shipping. I do have a link to all of the fragrances that I'm going to share with you today in the description box of this video, but I also have a discount code to share with you. So be sure not to miss it. The other thing that I do want you to know about Max Aroma that I don't know if you're aware is that they do have daily and weekly deals. So most likely you'll be able to find these fragrances at a discount and then add to that my discount code. So let's go ahead and jump right in. But before we do so, if this is your first time here, I'm Arahi and I'm your fragrance concierge because I'm totally committed to creating the best fragrance experience for you. I upload videos multiple times a week, and on this channel, we love to talk about all types of fragrances. So if that sounds like the type of content that you're interested in and like a good plan, then please consider subscribing, give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget, leave a comment. Let's go. All right, so the first fragrance that we're going to discuss today is a new launch from Bisous, and this is Crumble Me Softly. Now, this is a very interesting and different bottle. I hope that the camera is picking it up because it's just so different. So here it has like a mouth. Let me see if I can just put it here. If you can see there's like a mouth like biting on a cookie. Isn't that interesting? I find that really fun. But anyway, so let's talk about this fragrance. So before I even get into the olfactory journey and all those details, let me just tell you that, of course, this is a gourmand. But the thing about this one is that it will make you smell like food. It will make you smell like a freshly baked chocolate chip cookie. But the thing about this fragrance is that the olfactory journey, that is from first spray and sniff all the way to the dry down, you're going to go through like the entire process, all of the scents that you would experience while baking a fresh chocolate chip cookie. So this is a scent that for me opens very much with a present note of chocolate. The chocolate is not like a milk chocolate, but it's not like a very dark chocolate either. But the fragrance definitely opens with that very present note of chocolate. Now, in the opening, I do immediately get like a cookie dough scent. It's not necessarily the chocolate chip cookie itself. What I get is that cookie dough, and I get a good bit of caramel. As the journey continues, I do pick up on a floral presence. Very specifically, I pick up on lavender. I also pick up on some spicy notes. There is a warm, spicy vibe to this scent. I get saffron and I also get cinnamon. I don't recall if it's been disclosed or not, but I clearly get saffron and cinnamon. As the journey continues, you are going to start to get more and more of that chocolate chip cookie scent as the fragrance also becomes quite ambery. And it's very interesting because this is supposed to have oud, but I barely pick up on the oud. To me, the oud here is like a level 1 to 2, more 2 maybe than 1, but it's just so faint. It is very faint. I mean, to be honest with you, I just really barely pick up on it, and it's made me wonder, is it even oud that I'm picking up on? But what I can tell you is that at the dry down, you are going to get truly the scent of a chocolate chip cookie. And this chocolate chip cookie scent is not very sweet, by the way. It is sweet, but not very sweet. To me, this is perfection for the holiday season. Like when you are in a family gathering, or, you just want to get that yummy scent going, this is perfection. You can use it for just about any occasion, day or night. You can dress it up, you can dress it down. It is truly unisex. A very nice and solid new release, in my opinion, from Bisous. Now, this next fragrance is from a fragrance house that I have been really talking about quite a bit here on the channel, because it is a new fragrance house in my collection during 2025, but I have just been completely in love with almost all, if not all, of the scents that I have tried. And this one is from Ojar, and this is Red Redemption. And here is the beautiful, very sleek design bottle. So I shared with you in another video that Red Redemption is actually my favorite from this fragrance house so far. And I've tried about 6 or 7 of their fragrances, followed closely by Everlit, which is definitely a favorite. But this one is my top favorite. The thing is that Red Redemption to me is definitely a floral fragrance. Oh, and by the way, the perfumer behind this beauty is Jordi Fernandez. You guys know how I've been loving Jordi Fernandez fragrances all throughout, the end of 2024 and all throughout 2025. He seems to be very busy, but Red Redemption is, if I recall correctly, it's really not a new release in 2025, but I absolutely love it because while being a floral, it has such a beautiful mix of different accords, right? Not just notes, but also like accords and tonalities. This is a fragrance that opens up with a bit of airiness, like citrusy, but not from like a lemon or a bergamot standpoint. If I recall correctly, here you have more of like a blood orange, but I get maybe like a little bit of like a pink grapefruit scent or something like that. And in addition to that, it does open warm, spicy, and I clearly pick up on pink pepper, and I question if there isn't also black pepper. As the journey continues, the florals make their appearance, and the one floral that I pick up in this fragrance is the rose. Now, the other thing that I am loving about this scent is that when I first picked up that rose, I ran to see if the notes included oud, because I started to wonder, okay, is this their version of oud and rose, an oud and rose scent? But no, it isn't. This is not a fragrance that brings, that oud at all to my nose, right? So it hasn't been disclosed, and I'm telling you, there's really no oud here. This is really more about that rose, coming like into her own. The rose is not a freshly bloomed, but it's not a dated or jammy rose in any kind of way. It's like a rose that bloomed maybe like a day ago. So there's still a certain degree of freshness while on its way to giving you that very present rose scent. So do you have to be a rose lover in order to enjoy this fragrance? No, not necessarily, because it is really beautiful. It's a very ambery scent at the dry down, and it does have a certain degree of woodiness to it, but it's also musky. And at the dry down, you get like a creamy woodiness with a tad of earthiness, which I am sure is coming from the patchouli, with that rose, a very amber scent, and a touch of vanilla. Beautiful, beautiful scent. Perfect for cooler weather. To me, Red Redemption is a fragrance that is unisex, but leans maybe a tad to the feminine side, but not much. I can definitely see a gent wearing this. To me, this is perfect for any occasion, day or night. You can dress it up, you can dress it down, but it is true perfection for cool weather, even though you may be able to get away with wearing it during the summer season. All in all, this is one that I know that if you try and you get your nose on it, you are going to be very, very impressed. If you are a rose lover, this is going to be a sure love for you. I promise you that. And if you're not a rose scents lover, you may still want to at least try it, because I think you're going to be very pleasantly surprised. So the next fragrance that I want to share with you is one that I have been so impressed with this scent. I received this in PR maybe about 2 or 3 weeks ago. And I have to tell you that I allowed it to sit for a while, not because it needed to sit, but because I just didn't have a chance to get to it. But when I finally picked it up, I have not been able to put it down, because this is such an impressive scent. This is absolutely beautiful. So I am speaking about Micallef, and this one is Notorious XO. And here is this gorgeous bottle. I want you to take a moment to just look at this beauty. Isn't that just absolutely exquisite? So I'm going to tell you right now that of all my Micallef fragrances and others that I have tried, this is now my favorite. This is a warm, spicy, ambery scent that is just absolute perfection for cool weather. If there is one fragrance that I highly recommend that you at least try from this group of 5, is this scent. But at that, I am going to tell you, this is truly a unisex scent. This does not lean to the feminine or to the masculine side. This is very much unisex, but at that, it is an absolutely beautiful, beautiful fragrance. I do have other ambery scents, and I am planning a video around those scents, because, you know, there's Havana Gold and there's Ella K Amber K, which is exquisitely beautiful. But I have to tell you, Notorious is truly notorious. So this is a scent that opens up. Wow, this is so good. This is a scent that opens very warm, spicy, with a very present note of black pepper. I don't pick up on pink pepper here at all, but I do get that black pepper. But here's the thing. In addition to the black pepper, there is an inherent booziness that will be with you all the way from first sniff throughout the entire olfactory journey, at the dry down, and throughout the wear. And that booziness with that warm spiciness going is so addictive. I can't even explain it any other way, but it is absolutely incredible. As the journey continues, that spiciness only increases, because then you're going to get some cinnamon, some cardamom, and there's other spices here. I'm telling you, this is a warm, spicy, ambery scent before anything. That's really what this fragrance is about. I don't get a floral presence whatsoever, but I do get a leather note. The leather note is very, very smooth. To me, this is not about the leather note either. This, again, is all about those warm, spicy notes that are quite dominant, a mix of them, on that backdrop of a very ambery scent. As you approach the dry down, the scent just becomes more and more addictive, because while it's a little bit sweet, not very sweet, but it's sweet, you know, and it has that booziness going and all those warm, spicy notes adding quite a bit of depth and character. Then you have the note of tonka that comes in and infuses the scent with like an extra layer of warmth and like a vanilla caramelly effect that I absolutely love. I clearly pick up on the tonka, and the tonka is emphasized because then at the dry down, the vanilla really makes its appearance. Is this fragrance about the vanilla? No. Again, this is an ambery scent with those spicy notes, but it has that vanilla quality that is absolutely perfection. This is not a yummy scent, even though it's boozy and it has all of that going. It is a very elegant, very elevated, and very sophisticated scent for sure, that I promise you will get you compliments. It will start conversations. And this is the type of fragrance that I would not use to go to the office or for a daytime occasion. For me, this is to reserve it for, special occasions. But of course, you wear what you want, when you want, and how you want. But for me, this is perfect for like the coming holiday season, for a gathering, for any type of outing. Even if you're at home and you're entertaining, it is absolute perfection. Just a fragrance when you want to feel very well put together. Absolute perfection. The next fragrance that I want to share with you is one that I have so been looking to talk to you about because it is so different. It is a gourmand and it is one of the very latest launches from Born to Stand Out, and it is Choco Loco. And here is the very interesting bottle. So Choco Loco is such an interesting fragrance to me because it is like a collection, an explosion of the note of cocoa. So here you have cocoa powder, which is going to give the scent a certain degree of bitterness. You have cocoa butter, which is going to add a certain degree of denseness to the scent itself. It is definitely a dense scent. And then last but not least, you have cocoa liquor, which is going to bring like booziness. So here you have this boozy, dense, bordering on bitter, very present note of cocoa that opens the fragrance and is with you all throughout the wear of the perfume, because it is truly all about that note of cocoa. It is a boozy scent. It is sweet. And let's talk about the sweetness. So after you have all of those layers of cocoa, right, then you have like the whole sweetness of the fragrance really like punch you in the face, because you have caramel, whipped cream, condensed milk, vanilla, you name it. There is just such a collection of notes and accords here that make the fragrance at the dry down very much a boozy, cocoa, super sweet, not cloying, but bordering on cloying kind of scent. This is a gourmand for sure. It's not going to make you smell like a specific dessert or dish, but it is going to give you that yumminess from the beginning and all throughout. Definitely a scent that is perfection only for cool weather. There is no way that I could see you pulling this during a very hot summer day. There is just no way for warm weather. This is truly all about the cool weather. To me, Choco Loco is perfection, not just for cool weather, but you can wear it for just about any occasion. Personally, I would not wear it on occasions that I know that I'm going to be perspiring, like for sports or anything like that, because it will be a bit much. And I also personally would not use it for a very formal type of event, like a gala or a very formal holiday party of any type, because this is truly the smell that I told you. It is a cocoa burst. It's a cocoa bomb that is boozy and sweet. And while you have all those other notes, it is truly very much about the cocoa. Keep that in mind. Other than that, this to me, I wouldn't even call it fun, because this is a serious scent. This is a serious fragrance for those of you who are true gourmand lovers and are looking for a true cocoa fix. That is what you're going to get. At the dry down, the scent is quite beautiful, I must say, which is why I included it in this lineup. The next and last fragrance that I have for you is one of the fragrances that I recently picked up from Atelier Materi, and this one is Cedre Figalia, and here is the gorgeous bottle. So Cedre Figalia is a scent that I would call woody aromatic. It opens up woody and immediately aromatic. It clearly opens with a note of basil. It is very much present, like unapologetic about it. but it comes across very, very nicely. In this scent, you are going to get, in the opening, you are going to get that like aromatic bordering on herbal kind of quality for sure. But there's also a certain degree of woodiness in the background in the opening that then at the dry down really becomes quite dominant, because at the dry down what you are going to get is quite a bit of woodiness, a woody scent with a certain degree of sweetness, not very sweet whatsoever, but a tad sweet with a very present note of fig. And that fig is not a sweet, sweet fig. It is just a little bit sweet again. And at the dry down, that woodiness is also still aromatic, because that is what this scent is about. But for me, the thing is that although this is a woody aromatic scent with that little touch of fruitiness, I don't get a floral presence whatsoever. And I think it is such an elegant type of scent. This is one that you could wear for just about any occasion. To me, this of the 5 fragrances would be the easy pull scent for sure. This is the one that I would pull for just about any occasion, day or night. You could take it to the office, you could dress it up, and you could dress it down. You can wear it for just about anything. It is also one that performs very, very nicely, because it does give me a full day wear to the tune of 8+ hours without having to overspray or respray. But that is the case with all of the fragrances that I've shared with you today. Performance is not the problem. You just need to make sure that you decide which one, if any, you're interested in trying based on the notes and the details of the scent that I shared with you, because that is really what you're going to get. This is a very, very, I wouldn't say different, because there are other woody aromatic fragrances out there, but it's the way that it's been done, because there's quite a bit of woodiness here. And at that, it's still very much a unisex scent. This does not lean to the feminine or to the masculine side, of my opinion. This is truly a unisex scent that I dare say is really, really going to get you quite the number of compliments. All right, fam, so we've reached the end of today's video, and I hope that this was enjoyable for you. Again, these are 5 fragrances that I highly recommend that you at least try. I will have a link and a discount code to all of the fragrances, and not just only to full bottles. I'm sure that they have, travel sizes and decants for you to try them, but I am telling you that these are perfect for cool and cold weather seasons. Anyway, let us know if you've tried any of them. What has your experience been like? And as always, thank you so much for hanging with me today, and I will see you all in the next video.